Chapter 4, Beginning's End. This is Minako talking. I'm glad that Kakashi actually agreed to this. Right now, you see, I need someone that I can talk to. Itachi is busy, and also Shisui. I'm too shy to talk to my mother, plus how moody she gets, and I'm too afraid that I might hurt my father's feelings. And I don't have any other friends. I look at the distance. It's now or never. Kakashi, I really don't like being called Lady Minako, because it kind of makes me feel like I'm living in my father's shadow. At the academy, my classmates and sensei treat me special, just because the Hokage is my father, you know? And all of them are expecting great things from me, and being under pressure is hard. I let all my feelings out feeling light again. So that's why you wanted. Never mind. I never thought that you would have these kinds of feelings, he said. Oh, really? I looked at him. It's really surprising, especially when it comes from a 4-year-old, he said. From a smart 4-year-old to be exact. But about being under pressure, it's hard. I know. Just don't get caught by it. It'll only bring you down from achieving something, he advised. I always wanted a name for myself, you know? I said. Oh, really? Then what would it be, huh? Kakashi asked. Like my father's. Someday, I'm going to be Hokage and be famed as the fastest kunoichi in the world, beating my father's speed, being faster than him. I could be the red flash of Konoha, I said excitedly. But Konoha already has a flash, he said. Kakashi, if you didn't notice, when photographers take a picture, the flash doesn't last long. Those are wise words coming from a 4-year-old. Amazing, he said sarcastically. I jumped off the bench and put on the most innocent smile I ever had and held out my right arm as if I'm looking at a wristwatch. Oh, how fast? It's already an hour and a half and it's a long way home, I smiled, making Kakashi frantically stand up and pulled me to walk beside him. It's a long way home. 3 months later. I'm already 5 years old, and my mother decided to change my clothes, saying that I'm too old for it. My mother dressed me with a short-sleeved gray kimono-style blouse with a dark embroidered border, and held closed with a dark blue obi and dark blue shorts with a pair of black shinobi sandals. It was simple, and both of us love it. Currently, with some lady, my mother and I were walking down the streets of Konoha. My mother is taking me to father's office. My mother is taking me to father's office because no one was going to babysit me, as if I needed one. My mother doesn't trust me enough. As we were walking, I spotted a raven-haired lady carrying a baby. As we're getting closer, I realized that it's Makoto-san. Oh my, my mother said surprisingly. Is it a girl? Mother asked. What are they talking about? It's a boy, Makoto-san answered. So cute. Well, I feel out of place. Mama, I also want to see, my mother being 9 months pregnant. The lady carried me instead. What's your name? My mother asked. It's Sasuke, Makoto-san replied. I started to poke Sasuke. He really has soft skin. Oh, so he was named after the father of the third Hokage, the lady said. Yes, so that he will grow up to be a strong and fine shinobi. Now I was touching his nose. He's so cute. You'll be giving birth soon too, Kushina, Makoto-san asked. You should pick a name in advance. I already have. His name will be Naruto, my mother replied. I remembered when father told Jiraiya-sama that. Flashback. I ran towards Jiraiya-sama wanting to hug him. Hey kiddo, Jiraiya said as he carried me. Jiraiya-sama, it's good to see you again. Me too, he smiled. I really loved that book, father said. Oh, I'm glad you liked it, Jiraiya-sama responded. So, me and Kushina have decided to name our son Naruto, father declared. My baby's brother name is Naruto. Is that an ingredient in ramen? Really? I thought of that name while eating ramen. So, it is. Naruto is a lovely name, Jiraiya-sama, Mother said. He'll be named after a food ingredient. And again, you'll be the godfather for Naruto, Father said. Well, I'm honored, but are you sure everyone in the family agreed with the name? Jiraiya-sama said and was looking at me. But I didn't notice that until everyone's eyes were on me. Maybe I was kind of thinking too deep. Oops. Mina-chan, do you like the name Naruto for your baby brother? Mother asked. Yes, I smiled. So it's settled then. Naruto will be the name, Father said and smiled. Flashback ends. You'll be classmates, Sasuke, so be friends, okay? Mother said. The lady put me down while Mother whispered something to Makoto-san. The lady called my mother to hurry up. Bye, Makoto-san. I waved goodbye, and she smiled goodbye. She's got her hands full. So Sasuke is Itachi's baby brother. Hours later. I was sitting outside the house looking at the moon. Kakashi was babysitting me, while my mother was going somewhere out of Konoha to give birth. Is that what happened with me also? Anyways, it was quite windy and really quiet. Then suddenly, a giant nine-tailed fox appeared. My eyes widened. I quickly looked back at Kakashi. He too was surprised. He looked at me, then said, "Stay here and be safe, okay?" I looked back at the fox. I heard Kakashi mutter, "Lord Forth, Lady Kushina," then disappeared. Chapter 5. The end. A few minutes later, I ran while avoiding flying debris. I'm going to find my mother. Out of nowhere, a huge shadow was covering mine. Dang it, I'm not fast enough. I closed my eyes. Before I knew it, I was at a shack. I guess. Being carried by someone. I was laid down in a bed beside a baby and my mother. My baby brother. I looked back to see that it was my father who saved me, then back to my mother. "Mina-chan, you're safe," my mother said and smiled weakly. "Mama sounds weak. Is she okay?" "Minato, thank you." I looked back to see my father put on his cloak. Yoindaime Hokage. "Papa?" I sat up, sounding sad. "Don't worry, Mina-chan. I'll be back in a flash." And like that, he disappeared. Papa, be safe. A few moments later, I was hiding behind a tree watching my mother chaining up the fox and putting up a barrier. Luckily, or unfortunately, I'm inside the barrier's boundaries. Now, I was looking back and forth from my brother to my parents. I want to go to them, but Papa said, "I'll go anyways." I ran towards Naruto looking down. Oh, a sealing jutsu. Are they going to seal that fox? "No! Minako and Naruto!" I overheard my name. "I'll seal the yang half of the nine tails within Naruto and the other half in me," my father said. I looked at what's behind my father. Oh no. Not that. That's the Reaper Death Seal. My father started to make hand signs. Until... "Papa! Mama!" I interrupted him, resulting him to seal half of the yin half of the nine tails within himself. "Minako! Why are you..." Then, in a blink of an eye, the nine tails claw went through my parents and was coming towards me and Naruto. I must protect Naruto. With that, I covered Naruto. Excruciating pain was coming from my right hand. Soon, I realized a small part of the claw went through my hand, leaving me shocked. I breathe heavily. I think that I'm going to faint. No, stay awake. "Minako!" a voice shouted in my mind. That wasn't me. Or... "Minako! You..." I cut my mother off. "Papa, just seal the halves on me and Naruto already." Both of them shocked. Then suddenly, I felt a burning sensation on my stomach and an uneasing feeling in my body. My eyelids starting to drop. I must stay awake. Minako, Naruto, my mother called. Mama. Damn it. I'm starting to lose consciousness. I slightly bowed my head. But I'm still listening to them. Tears falling down. Minako, protect Naruto. Okay? My father said. Minako, don't be a picky eater, okay? And have more friends. Don't worry, we'll always be beside you too. And do the thing that your father said, my mother said. Mama, Papa, I promise to protect Naruto no matter what it takes, I shouted, looking at them. They smiled, making me smile. Bye, Mama, Papa. I love the both of you. Then a blinding light appeared, which made me close my eyes. Next thing I know, I was on the ground looking straight to my father's lifeless eyes. I closed my eyes for a minute, but then I heard my mother's voice, which made me open my eyes. Lord Third, Lady Minako's awake. A shinobi carried me. I'm barely alive. Stupid. Naruto, Minako. I saw my mother die in front of me. Lord Third was saying things like, I promise. What did you promise, old man? Naruto in his arms was the last thing I saw before darkness consumed me. Naruto. 2 days later, I woke up squinting my eyes because of the really bright lights. Damn, those lights. I think I've adjusted now. Fully opening my eyes, and it went on a raven-haired boy. There was another one as well, but shorter. Is that Itachi-kun? Shisui-kun? Why are they here? One of them moved. I hope that I didn't wake him up. Itachi? Now both of them are up. Mina! Both said simultaneously. Mina-chan, we thought that you weren't going to wake up, Itachi said. What do you mean? Was I in a coma? You were out 2.5 days, Shisui-kun answered. Oh. Suddenly, 2 shinobis arrived. Lady Minako, we're glad that you're awake. Lord Third will be here shortly, one shinobi informed. And as for you two, kindly go out of the room and wait outside until the Hokage leaves, the other one said. I stared at the shinobi whom was escorting Itachi-kun and Shisui-kun out. How did they move so fast? I just woke up. Where's Naruto? A few minutes later, I sat in silence while Danzo keeps on yapping about how I shouldn't be with Naruto and it would ruin my reputation as the daughter of the 4th Hokage. Because for some reason, they didn't let the people of Konoha know that Naruto is my brother. In other words, the 4th Hokage's son. But what they know of Naruto as a Jinchuriki of the Nine-Tailed Fox. Plus, they kept it a secret that I was one as well, just to keep my reputation clean. I don't care about my reputation. All I want is to see Naruto. No, I denied. But Lady Minako, I cut him off. I don't care what people think of me. As long as I'm with Naruto, I'm fine. He huffed in frustration, and the 3rd Hokage slowly shook his head. The 3rd Hokage began to speak. How about this? You are going to see your brother anytime you want. But, I said, there's always that word. But before he's in the age where he can remember, you're going to leave him, Lord Third said. That's a short amount of time. I don't really have much of a choice. Okay, fine, I agreed. They smiled. They're just lucky that they're older. Can I see Naruto now? I asked. Lady Minako. A medic ninja was interrupted by, Sure, Lord Third said. He can't say no to that. A few minutes later, Naruto's in front of me sleeping. At least he's okay. I begin to touch Naruto's cheeks. Whiskered like birthmarks, making me smile. Oh, Naruto. Hey, baby brother. He started to move, hoping that I didn't wake him up. Thankfully, he stopped. Phew, that was close. For a minute there, I thought he was going to wake up. Naruto, luckily, you won't remember the incident. But sadly, you won't remember your family. Naruto, I want you to be a good boy, okay? And don't be a picky eater. And have a lot of friends, unlike me. I barely have friends. Study hard for examinations for you to do good in the academy. And don't be shy, because it'll do no good at all. Someday, I want you to be the Hokage. I gave up on that dream, but I got a new one. Show the village that you're someone, not just as a Jinchuriki. You're Naruto Uzumaki, and I'll always believe in you and protect you no matter what. Oh, and lastly, be friends with Sasuke, okay? He's Itachi-kun's younger brother. Well, if he rejects it, don't give up. Don't ever lose your friends, Naruto, I said and smiled. As a medic ninja called me to return to my room. I'll always protect you, even if it takes my life. So be it, as long as you're safe.